Please come with us outside the press box. On this jaunt, we'll play ball with a bunch of politicians and some special young people. We'll meet two NASCAR fans putting their love of the sport on display for the whole world to see. We'll talk with Nittany Lions who tweet and one who doesn't. And we'll spend some time with Jeremy Cooper and his truck. It's time to go outside the press box. Welcome everyone to a whole new season of Outside the Press Box. I'm standing where we keep a lot of our old file video for WYLN's late edition News at 10. I bet former Hazleton Mayor Lou Barletta is on a lot of these old file tapes. He's now Congressman Lou Barletta, and the Grand Old Party welcomed him to Capitol Hill, and they welcomed him to the mound at Nationals Ballpark in Washington, D.C. for the annual Congressional Baseball game. The last time there was this much buzz about a rookie pitcher at Nationals Park, Stephen Strasburg took the mound for his first start. On this night, the spotlight was square on the Republican from the 11th Congressional District in Pennsylvania, Lou Barletta.
Everybody knows Sweet Lou. I mean, something about, I guess he's a congressman, but we hear he's a great pitcher. I mean, I've batted against him, and he's got some tough stuff. He's got a great curveball, changeup, and a fastball that'll leave you on your knees.
We hear he's coming in very early in the game, and we know he has some talent. I mean, he's my neighbor, so I have some inside information. We have a lot of mutual friends, and he's a southpaw, and we haven't faced a southpaw in all the years I've been playing, so that's an interesting twist that we're not sure how we're going to deal with it.
Strasburg struck out 14 in his debut, so freshman Congressman Lou Barletta had a lot to live up to.
They've been counting a little bit too much on me, I think. Their expectations have been very, very high, and it's hard. Obviously, I haven't played hardball in almost 30 years, so I had a little rust to get rid of, but I'm ready to go tonight, and we're going to leave it all out on the field tonight.
Lou is used to pressure. Hell, he was mayor of Hazleton. He's got to be used to pressure, you know?
Adding to the pressure was a hamstring injury Barletta suffered leading up to the game.
He's been hampered by injury, but he assures me today that he's 100%, and with his kind of Keystone State attitude, he'll be out there.
So what advice did the rookie Lou Barletta get from his veteran manager? None, and here's why.
You don't tell freshman congressmen anything.
So with that advice, or lack thereof, Barletta only had one thing left to do: wait for his manager to call his name.
I had butterflies all day. It was just like when I was a young kid waiting for a high school game. I couldn't wait for game time. I can't wait for 7 o'clock. I've been thinking about it all day, and it's finally here. The fans are coming in. We have a nice contingency from Hazleton coming down, so I'm all excited. I hope I don't let anybody down. I'm going to play as hard as I could.
Barletta came into the game with his team down by 6 runs. He calmed things down by giving up 1 run in 2 innings of work. He struck out a few batters and gave up a few hits. Some pitchers may look at their ERA or WHIP to rate their success. All Barletta had to do was look in the stands on the first base line.
As you're in the stands watching him, what's going through your mind?
I was nervous for him, I guess, but it was really a cool experience. I was really proud of him. I felt like this was his dream for so long, and he finally got to do what he wanted to do for a while.
Barletta didn't strike out 14 batters, and his team lost 8-2, but he did get to live out his dream, and while he didn't get to hold a trophy after the game, he did get to hold his grandson. It was another successful pitching debut at Nationals Park. If you thought the Congressional Baseball game was interesting, just wait. In 1989, Little League's Challenger Division started to play ball. It's made up of boys and girls who have physical and mental challenges. And I challenge you to try and not smile during this next story about some special baseball players. Pull out your sports bucket list, and underneath watch a game at Notre Dame Stadium and attend the Masters, write down watch a Challenger Division Little League game. In fact, write down attend a few Challenger Division Little League games because that's the best way to learn what the Challenger Division is all about.
We had heard about the Challenger League when Emma was only a couple of years old, and we actually were really looking forward to the opportunity for her to play. Emma was not so much looking forward to the opportunity to play when she first started. It was very challenging. She's in a wheelchair, and we've been working on walking for a really long time, but it has been truly a wonderful experience, not only for us and for Emma, but for the whole community here at the Challenger League, because every year that we come back, they get to see Emma's development, and I think every opening season, it's a celebration of her accomplishments every year. Everybody usually cries when they see Emma come out onto the field for the first time for the year.
3 years ago, Emma Elko couldn't walk. Now she walks around the bases. She can't speak, but she can let you know how much she loves baseball.
She lets us know how she likes things other ways. So when her arms and body parts start flailing and flapping, that means she's pretty happy. And she gets very excited when people cheer for her. And so if anyone doesn't think that kids like Emma don't understand what's happening, all they have to do is see their faces when people start cheering for them.
The fans aren't the only ones who cheer. Justin Leonard has been participating in Hazleton Little League's Challenger Division for 15 years. He still plays, and now he's an assistant coach.
I know you could do this, Jack. I know you could do this. Strike two. Come on, Jack.
I know when it's baseball time because he starts talking about it in March, and he can't wait until it is started. He looks forward to it every Saturday, but he's talking about it Monday, and they're only 2 days from playing. He really loves it, and he's very disappointed when the weather is bad.
It's thrilling for him, and it helps him, I believe, emotionally as well to look forward to it.
Over 40 kids look forward to playing every week at Hazleton's Little League complex.
I think it means a tremendous amount. As I walk around and talk to some of the parents, just today a little boy who's in a wheelchair, his name's Logan, and I said to his father, I said, how's he liking it? And he said he literally waits all week for this hour and a half that we spend up at Coryell. And that's the type of thing, it's the anticipation and the ability to get out here and experience something that's, hey, it's baseball, everybody loves baseball, and these kids love it just as much as a typical child.
In a sport that's all about numbers, the Challenger Division doesn't keep statistics. They don't have to because everyone remembers the moments that really count.
I think it's a wonderful gift for us to see other people celebrating Emma with us. Because we're with her all the time, sometimes we don't get to see the big changes. So when we come back every year and other people do recognize them and say, oh my goodness, look at Emma. It's just a beautiful gift for us to say yes, take a break and look back and, sorry, I always cry, and say, wow, it is. She's come so far.
To truly, truly understand the Challenger Division, take out your sports bucket list one more time and add help out my local Challenger Division.
What would you want the people of Hazleton, beyond Hazleton, to know about this program? What would you want to tell them? What would you really want to emphasize?
The people who wants to play baseball badly, let them play because they love baseball, let them.
Up next on the Press Box, women who work in the press box and the pits at NASCAR races.